you now.
Hello.
Hello.
Welcome to another episode of Couple Conversations. That sounds a lot like, Showboys. But yes, this is our second episode of Couple Conversations. My name's Mike. This is my wife, Bekah.
Hello.
And tonight we are joined by our good friends, the Richards, Nick and Eryn. How's it going, guys?
It's going fantastic. How are you guys?
I don't think we've ever got introduced like that before.
As the
Besides
Richards?
our wedding.
I would say besides your wedding.
Second time.
Like that was weird for me to hear. Like the Richards.
Yeah, I guess they don't announce it when we go to like the doctors or anything.
No.
They're just like Richards.
I also didn't know if I should just say the Richards because it's Nick Richards, or if I should say like the Richardses.
No, it's just the Richards.
Yeah.
The
Imagine the apostrophe at the end.
Yeah.
It's
Just
a mental
words
note.
that end in S's and then trying to pluralize them.
Doesn't
Or
work.
like my kryptonite on Showboys is Netflix's. The possessive of Netflix.
Netflix.
That doesn't work the same way.
Yeah. Anyways, yeah, here we are, episode 2 of Couple Conversations, where we just hang out and have some open and honest conversations about like our relationship and things of that nature. We've wanted to do this with friends of ours and even other guests who may not be friends, like maybe some strangers. I don't know, but we wanted to use this as an opportunity to intentionally get to know stuff about our friends and their relationships. So what better way to start that off than with our friends Nick and Eryn. So maybe we can start off by you guys kind of telling us how you guys met and all that stuff, the story.
All right, Eryn, tell the story.
Well, we met in college. I think when we first met, we were freshmen. What year was that? 2009?
2009, August.
We lived in the same dorm right across the hall. So I lived in, I forgot what room it was. Do you remember what room it was?
104. I was in 104. You were in 103.
He's like, who's keeping track?
He's like, I don't know, 102.
It was the only co-ed dorm at the time in Akron. Yeah. And I picked it because it had a bathroom. And so we all had our own bathrooms. And he lived right across the hall. I roomed with a high school friend. And you roomed with 3 random people.
Completely random. Well, you had one roommate. I had 2 roommates.
Yeah.
But very weirdly, one of my 2 roommates actually grew up 20 minutes from where I grew up.
Yeah.
So that was a good mix right at the beginning. Our high schools were towns apart, like one town apart, and that's it.
Yeah.
But never knew each other. So that was cool.
I remember moving in the first day, and of course your parents are there helping you move in, and my dad just stood in the hall, stood in the doorway and just death stared for all of them across the hallway. And he just stood there in the doorway.
Nice.
And little did he know, he's got a good story. He's got a good story he tells. But yeah, we met in college.
Nice.
We were really good friends first, and then one day it just kind of clicked. Like, I think I like Nick.
2009 to 2014, we were friends.
He's so exact on his. Yeah, I feel like he writes it in his diary.
Yep.
Yeah.
Diary. I spotted this girl.
We were friends all the way till September 17th of 2014.
I was actually like, wait, is he for real?
I think that's real.
Yeah. That does sound right.
That's awesome.
So what was it that other than living across the hall, did you get was there an event or something you guys went to, or what was the actual meeting thing, what triggered you guys?
The first time we met?
Yeah.
Probably through, I don't know. I couldn't just, you were across the hall.
Across the hall, but I think just mutual kind of friends through the dorm, kind of of the hall, because actually me and my roommate, we first I think no, we met Bianca after we kind of knew you guys. Because
Yeah.
Bianca lived 2 doors down the hall from us.
Our best friend, like both of us.
As a fun tidbit there too.
That's
Yeah.
pretty awesome.
The whole show.
Yep,
But
exactly.
she was friend. They were friends first. So
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I was very scared of Bianca, and then we met in a life drawing class in art school. So we were drawing naked people. And that's where Bianca
break
and
the
I
ice
met.
with your friends.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was just really being neighbors in the dorm and just
Yeah.
kind of, knowing the same people in the hallways and stuff. So
Oh, that's cute.
no official like first meeting or event or anything like
No.
that. Just general day-to-day functions.
Nick was my protector for many years. You still are.
Yeah,
Oh,
I make sure nothing happens to you. Or when things do happen to you, I make sure you're okay. Like when your apartment burns down.
I'm glad
Yeah.
you were hanging after that.
Yeah, that's a whole.
She's good now. She can heal herself.
Yeah. Yeah, so like what is there anything that kind of like sticks out that made you like think, oh, maybe Eryn or maybe Nick is more than a friend? Like what kind of like took it past the friend zone?
We made cabbage and noodles.
Oh yeah,
this
that
one
was a
night.
good one.
It was actually it was a party at one of our friends' house in college, and
That sounds like a pretty rowdy party.
yeah.
Cabbage and noodles.
But yeah, we made cabbage and noodles
Cabbage
for
and
everybody,
noodles.
but it was just that act.
Well, I think it was also so everybody had their own agenda, and like Nick always was very in tune to my agenda, and we were just like tuning in, and we are like, let's go to the grocery store, and like who would just go to the grocery store with me and go get like noodles and cabbage? Only Nick Richards.
Your
So
protector.
It's true.
we went to the grocery store, we picked up all the ingredients, and came back and started cooking for everybody.
Yeah.
But normally everybody's agenda was to, have fun, good time with everyone else, not to feed others. But Nick and I were just in the kitchen cooking together, and we're like, what's going on?
Possible.
Like, why are we cooking for everyone? And why is this so easy? It was so easy.
I know how to survive. So the person that has the agenda to prepare food, I'm like, that's the person I'm going to attach myself to. 'Cause
I love it. That's
Nice.
awesome.
Do you have anything you want to ask them?
Yeah. So, what is your guys' ideal? Like, what's a typical date night for you guys? In home
We're-
or out? Because I know
We're not as good as you
guys.
guys about like the setting actual date nights and things like that.
Or hangout session, I guess you can put it that way. If it makes you not as much pressure on it.
Or
And you're
dinner.
also giving us way too much credit because it's date night, no S. And,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and it literally just consists of eating Mexican food and maybe watching Dave or What We Do in the Shadows.
What did you guys have for food tonight?
We didn't actually.
You didn't
So her mom likes to, what I like to call, host a soup party every fall.
It's very rare.
And
We're a weird family.
yeah. All of her siblings and her mom make soup, and then we eat it in her garage.
Nice.
That sounds fun.
It's a fall activity for
Yeah.
sure.
We also have at Easter, International Easter, where no one can bring anything normal. You have to bring something
Yeah,
from a
so it's
different
like
country.
Taco
We don't eat ham.
casserole, like onion
That's
bread or like whatever. I don't know. Soup.
I can get on board.
No
with that.
deviled eggs.
Like barbecue
No,
chicken
it's too
wings.
normal. It's weird.
And I'm not making this up. This is
It's
literally
true.
what we
It's
have
true.
every Easter.
Same for Christmas Eve.
Yeah. So our date night tonight was
Going over there.
soup party.
I was
I
hoping you'd say El
Chipotle.
Campesino because that's what we had.
Oh, that is-
that's usually it's either
Yeah,
El
we
Campesino or
did.
Chipotle.
Mhm.
I don't know what our dates are. They're always, I mean, it's different now that we have a child, so we can't just pick up and go. But
Right.
I think
Dinner's always nice.
dinner and a really good food. Like a really good dinner. We used to go
Like
out a
cabbage
lot.
and noodle.
We used to go out a lot.
Yeah, and then home goods.
Oh yeah, we do go to Home
Yeah.
Goods. I mean, you go with me. You like it.
I like to browse Home
He
Goods
likes to
for some
browse.
You like it
fruit
now
stuff.
too. He does. You like it because the coffee options.
Yeah,
So random.
I found like interesting flavored coffees for only like $5 a bag.
Oh, in the little food like
Yeah.
area where there's this like weird bags and noodles and
Yeah.
stuff.
There's tons of stuff.
Yeah,
I never looked that hard there because I'm afraid of what I might find and want to buy.
Mm.
yeah. Well, these coffees. So like, I get coffee from a small place in Hartville, and it's like $9.99 for a pound or whatever there. So I found these bags, and they're only like $5, and they sounded like really good flavors. So I was like, "What the heck? I'll buy 3." And so far, they've just been like middle of the road. It's kind of disappointing, but it was only like $5 a bag, so can't complain, I guess.
So nothing to do with the actual store, like what
Yeah.
people normally go there for.
Yep, nope. Just looking for deals.
Hey, whatever I
Yeah.
can get him to go into the store, whatever bribe.
I
So
like the globe
food, like-
section.
What was that?
I like the globe section.
Yeah, I was about to say they do have some cool like map related things, map adjacent things.
Yeah.
So if you had to pick like the one place you guys would go out to eat on date night, what would be like number one?
Number one. That's really hard.
We hit hard with the questions here, a couple conversations.
How practical does it have to be?
I don't know. Like, what's the place you guys?
What's your favorite? I guess.
Yeah.
I feel like. Go ahead.
You have to answer.
I don't know. There's so many things. Well, okay. I think we like sushi.
Yeah.
Like the Sakura.
Sakura's.
Oh, that's like my.
We've been
favorite.
trying to do it also like on lunch now that Mason's in daycare. So we've been trying to do like lunches a little bit more. And that's
Yeah.
also really nice because it's a quick lunch. It's sushi.
You get to go somewhere without the baby
You get to
and
eat
sit
without
down.
a child or a tiny human. So
You don't have to feed the human.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know when last time we were able to do that was. There's always a tiny human with us.
Yeah, well before the baby.
Yeah.
Now she's kind of attached.
You restarted the cycle by having a whole brand new one.
A whole brand new one.
Especially because we like did that age gap between the girls, like with this latest one. So I was like, oh, we really set ourselves back. Now they're in school. I'm like, okay.
I mean, it's really not that big of a gap, but
It is then the other
Yeah.
one's like 2 more years.
yeah. But yeah. So I guess the last question before we go into our topic would be, so how long have you guys been together? I know you've been married. What? 3 years. That was close. Okay. I just thought if I just kept
Drag it
getting
out to-
higher, you guys would.
You'd eventually hit 3.
Yeah. But like, how long are you guys like dating?
Dating. What?
September 24th, 2014
3:54 p.m.
So
until
2018.
17. We got
We got-
married in 18.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, true.
Did you guys have a long engagement?
So we had we dated for 4 years.
Yeah.
Well, we dated for 4 years too.
We had a year engagement. Year-ish.
Yeah.
Year-ish.
Are you really dating when you're engaged?
I don't know. That's
Because you're no longer boyfriend and girlfriend, you're fiance and
But
just
then you're
married
not
fiance.
quite
Yeah.
like there yet
You're not
to
fully
husband and
committed.
wife. So it's
Right,
like that weird
exactly.
limbo area.
Limbo.
Yeah. That's cool, man. So we also dated for like 4 years.
Was it?
We were engaged for not
Yeah.
quite a year, I would say.
I think it was 11 months.
Yeah, and then
Or 10
been
months.
married
something
for
like that.
10 years now.
It's wild.
Turning back.
10 years.
That's a big one. That's actually a big one.
Wait, did
I
you already
know.
have your 10 year?
In September.
Yep, September 2nd.
Wow.
We always said we were going to go back to Mexico, but obviously the world's kind of really weird right now.
Yeah, and we have 3 children.
Yeah, so we had a baby instead, whatever, you know.
Whatever.
Baby, Mexico. The
Yeah,
difference.
Yeah.
Have the
Sunday.
baby in Mexico.
that would be crazy.
Oh gosh.
Where were you born? Mexico.
Yeah. That would be an interesting story, that's for sure.
Yeah, great topics are for her.
But yeah, so now that we kind of got to know the Richards, each week we pick a card from this. The glare is ridiculous. From this conversation starter deck for husbands and wives, and the card that we chose for this week, at random, by the way, is: if you could only take 5 things with you to a deserted island, what would they be? And then there's a quote on the bottom that says, every survival kit should include a sense of humor. So, so that's kind of what we're going to be talking about tonight. I was talking to Beck before the show started that it's kind of nice because, like, our topic last week was like, it's semi-serious. You know, we were trying to dig into why opposites attract. So having a fun, like, what 5 things would you take on a deserted island with you? It's a nice little shift here. And we decided together between the 4 of us that, you know, each couple would have a backpack of like the essentials, like firewood and something to cut stuff and all that. So we could have like fun answers and not just be like, sleeping bag and food. And
Yeah, because I was trying to figure out, like, do I take an axe or do I take a saw or do I take
A sword.
a sword?
yeah.
Which weapon of choice?
Yeah.
Should I bring enough cabbage?
Yeah, exactly. Do we have noodles?
Do we need
Is there bacon?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's what we're gonna get into. Each couple is gonna, you know, pick their 5 things. I think it would be fun to just alternate back and forth. And since you guys are our guests, you guys can go first with the first item that you would want to take to a deserted island with you. And keep in mind, like, it's not, you know, we're not doing it in order of like what the most important thing is, just
Sure.
whatever. So what would the Richards need to survive together on a deserted island?
Well, we were wondering, does Mason and Hobbs, are they like freebies? Are they like built in, or is it just us?
We're leaving our kids at home.
Yeah, they did.
Okay.
They didn't get deserted on the island with us.
Okay.
We talked about this too. I said, do our kids come with us?
Yeah.
So we're leaving.
No, it's just us.
Okay.
Just you guys.
Just us. It changes things a little,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
not quite.
Right. So can we
Do you need to reevaluate?
well, Eryn had this really good idea.
This was my first reaction was, can I have a Target? Like, can I have a Target that just like stocks
okay.
up?
I said Walmart.
So we've also talked about this.
That was my first reaction.
There can be like establishments, but the island is deserted, so they're like abandoned establishments.
Fair.
Like, no one's going to be working there. But
Right, yeah.
you might, you know, as you're walking through the jungle on the island, which I don't even know why this is here, you might come across a Walmart, you know, or a Target.
Okay.
I don't know.
I envision like a magically resupplying Target that is just like empty, but it's just always
Yeah,
Yeah.
all the stuff
restocked.
in there. If it's like food, it's not like rotten or anything.
You
yeah,
just got really good luck.
Yeah.
right.
It was like recently deserted.
Yeah.
So like we were just the only ones on the island to not make it off. But yeah, anyways,
But yeah, probably a Target.
Target.
Case closed. What else do we need? Target.
There's
So
other things too.
So like what's Target mean to the Richards and your survival together? Like, why Target? You guys spent a lot of time there.
Drive up. Like I wouldn't be driving up. Really. And I guess if Mason wasn't with us or Hobbs, I wouldn't need all the things that I always have to get for drive
This is
up.
true. This is true.
So
But Target has a Lego aisle.
so it's a win-win for both. Like I can do my thing in Target and Nick can also do his thing in Target.
Yeah. Got like a board game section too, and
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
I got stuff in there, just general
And
supplies.
sometimes they have deals on Lego.
Yeah.
very much the same utility as like a Walmart. So
yeah. They do have Funko Pops, so I would still be able to add to my collection.
See,
if I was on the same island as you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that way we can just collect things in our shacks on the island.
It's kind of like a game you guys play.
Yeah, it's like Valheim.
Can I go on their island?
No, we're married. We're together.
Are our islands like within like shouting distance?
Yeah. Like we can see the coast,
like,
but it's
Nick,
like
look which one I got.
Yeah, exactly. All right. So Target, Beck, I'll let you.
And that's our only like really big weird cheat one. Like just
Can we tell them our weird cheat one then?
Yeah, it's kind of a combination. Or no, are we going to combine them?
Yes.
Okay, it's like a
Because they're
combination.
combo, they have to come together.
Because I mean, in Washington Square, they're pretty close to each other.
But anyone watching this who doesn't live here doesn't know.
No one, anyone who's not from our town has no idea what I just referenced. Also, I'm kind of mad at myself for ruffling this up because dust is just everywhere now.
It's a fake plant. Don't worry, it's not real.
Yeah, so.
Okay, so we're kind of Chipotle addicts. It's an unhealthy obsession. And our other one is this place in North Canton called NC Nutrition. And they have these like teas that is a very unhealthy well, no, they are healthy.
Allegedly.
So is Chipotle.
Yeah, so it's like our combo things that we like kind of go to quite a bit in a week.
The tea that is like a supplement of caffeine for us.
Mm-hmm.
And then, of course, Chipotle. But since it's a deserted island, they're freshly stocked and like,
true.
Chipotle's food isn't rotten yet. So we're just in there slamming rice bowls.
Yeah. Gotta live that gluten-free life
Going
still while you're on a
over,
desert.
Yeah. Mix a few teas together, get caffeinated so we can do nothing on this deserted island.
Exactly. They're just so lethargic.
They are very tasty.
It's a bad habit. I brought one home one day and I was like, here, Mike, try this. I hear it's really good. And he's like, lame, I'm not doing that. And then he drank it and now every day he's like, I need to go to NC. Like literally rolls out of bed and goes to the place.
This is the first I'm hearing of this.
I know.
Place. I
so
think we
good.
It's
should
really
try
good,
it.
but it's like okay. Quick side tangent. Like you have to get the tea specials because they're the only affordable option at this place.
Now you can't have them sponsor you, Mike.
Well, we're gonna try to get them sponsor Showboys. So hopefully they haven't listened to this. Or if they are, Jacob.
He
Someone
knows my name.
You gotta do something about these prices.
I feel like we need to go to this place.
Yeah.
These specials are awesome. It's like $3 for a small and then like $5 for a large. Which is 32 ounces, by the way. So that's a nice size large.
This isn't the place that you also said is in New Philly. That's really good.
That's a coffee shop.
Okay.
But is really good. But then they have like mega teas and they're like $8.
I think they're 10.
They're $10 for a large, which is
there's like
ridiculous.
Did I say it? Collagen? Yeah.
So
and stuff in it.
This in Washington Square?
Yeah. Right next to Samantha.
Yeah, it's so
Mm.
by the McDonald's and then there's like an orthodontist place and then right next to
the
that
clock
is-
shop.
Yeah, it's right between the orthodontist and the clock shop.
Gotta have the clock shop.
Yeah.
There's also
Yeah.
one in Jackson though, and
There's one in
Hartville.
Jackson, Hartville.
Wow.
And NC, that's our people.
Yeah.
Ah.
It's delicious.
Yeah, I mean we'll be there
It's-
tomorrow at like 9:00. So if you guys just
When
want
they
to meet us
open.
there, and that's
We should
not
go.
a joke,
We
that's
should
literally not a
come.
joke. We literally go there every Saturday morning. At
No,
9.
this is what Mike told me because it was getting out of hand. Like we were buying it every
it's like
day.
$10 a day for us to get.
And Mike was like, "This is $50 a week, Bekah." And then he's like, "All right, any day that ends with tea in it."
Or
He's
no,
like,
it starts with it has a T.
It
in
has a tea in
So
it.
if we go on Tuesday because it's tea, right?
Tea
Right.
Tuesday,
Yeah.
So
tea
Tuesdays,
Thursday.
Clever,
Thursdays,
Mike.
and Saturdays.
Clever.
You know, I gotta find a way to curb my addiction somehow, and that's the only way I could do it in my head.
Wow, sounds good though.
Yeah.
I'll be there.
Yeah, I'm not joking. I'll be there at 9.
You
So,
really will.
I got yard work to do, so I need.
yeah, do it, man. But yeah, so we would want an NC Nutrition and a Chipotle.
It's fair. We will have to find a way to like catapult ourselves between islands.
Right.
Yeah.
Teach you a tea.
I'll trade you this rice bowl for 3 Funko Pops.
What's good at Target today?
Just put them in bottles, like we'll message in a bottles and then float over.
Nice. So what's up next for you guys?
Oh, it's another Eryn one.
Well, now that Mason's not coming, but we do. Okay, so I said wet wipes because
I mean,
Oh my
I don't
God.
know what we
Pretty
did.
multi-purpose.
I didn't know
They
what we
are.
did without wet wipes before Mason. Like we use them for everything. We use them for everything. I have wet wipes everywhere. Everywhere.
Yeah, I'm not trying to look like Tom Hanks here. Like,
we've used wet wipes to like clean up paint when we were like
Yeah.
painting rooms.
Black-
like, oh, we got it on the ceiling.
Yeah, it
Let's-
takes out
Give me a
black
wet wipe.
and it takes out like black paint out of the carpet. I
Yeah.
don't know if I ever told you about
I mean,
that.
we use wet wipes all the time. All the time.
they're handy.
Nice.
Even without Mason.
That's
Now they're like a staple.
But they're at Target.
They are at Target.
Shucks.
Well,
didn't
it still
think about
counts.
Yeah.
Our number 2 would be a way to watch movies or shows together. So like if we were, let's say we were going on a flight and the reason we're on this deserted island is because our plane crashed, like we both had a tablet of some sort with something downloaded on it, because there's not going to be internet,
It's true.
right?
It's true.
But that's such a staple in our like hangout
like.
time together.
It's true.
It would suck to not have that.
Entertainment.
But like I can't read, so gonna need the shows and the movies.
Such a millennial.
Makes sense. I think we have a similar item.
Yeah.
But I like to think of this item as like a loophole, right, to the internet. I'd like to imagine that this thing has a connection to the internet, and that's a Google Home.
Oh.
Because while it is not necessarily a cell phone or a computer where you can get on it and type and look at things, you have to go through it, like ask it stuff. And if it's smart enough to understand you, then you win. But that way we can ask questions like, how do I like build a house?
So you
Or
just want a sentient AI.
yeah, we just need an assistant
It
AI.
could be our Wilson.
But it also our Wilson.
Yeah, like the volleyball, except
The
it's like
volleyball.
an AI.
I literally thought you said Owen Wilson. I was like, what does she want him on an
What are you
He's
talking
just
about?
Like Tom
sitting there every
Hanks.
time you guys do
Oh,
that.
yeah, yeah,
Really,
yeah,
it's
yeah.
our Wilson.
Yeah, correct.
Wow.
But it plays music too.
Yeah.
So like
Okay.
that's our entertainment because we like to listen to music together. So
It's good.
enough.
Good idea.
I feel like that.
yeah,
goes
Google
with
Home.
others.
And we need people to stay up to date on the music too. I feel like
Right.
that's a big part of your life too.
Yeah,
Like,
got to have the
you-
latest
You
music.
gotta know
Always
Little
need-
Nas is playing, right? No, Little Boat. That's who your boy is.
Well,
Yeah, Lil
Yeah.
Nas too.
probably
Littles.
also would want.
Do you hear
an
who's playing in the
actual
Super
little
Bowl?
boat.
Everyone.
Isn't it like
Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg, Eminem, Kendrick Lamar, and Missy Elliott.
Wow.
Missy Elliott. That's your top, huh?
No, those are the Super Bowl. That's the
They're
Super
playing at the
Bowl.
Super Bowl.
I thought he was naming all his favorite. Gotta have Missy Elliott.
I mean,
You like Beyonce too.
Cheers.
we're a Rihanna fan.
Yeah.
Mm.
Ariana
Yeah.
Grande.
Ariana Grande.
That's a staple. Mason likes some Ariana Grande.
Mason likes Ariana Grande and Lady Gaga.
When we worked in the office together, Nick did have a playlist of all female
Yes.
The
rap
queens.
and or pop.
Yep.
I can't
Yep.
repeat what it was called.
No, you can.
It just rhymes with witches.
No, it's spelled Bishes. It's Bishes.
Oh.
I'd say bitch.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's PC.
Yeah. So we didn't actually explain this at the beginning, but Nick and I work together or still do technically work together
We do not.
for a very long time, and we do a podcast together. So that's why we know all this stuff about each other.
This is true.
Just found each other on the
Yeah.
internet.
Aaron said it was appropriate that your first guest would be
Yeah.
Yeah.
It only felt
me
right.
as the
Yeah.
other half of the show boy.
That's, what did you say he was?
I
The
was like, you're the bow to the oys. You know. The
Oh,
BO
I
to
thought you were
the
gonna say
Y.
I'm the boy in the show or the show in the boy.
That probably would make way more sense.
The boy in the show.
Are you the show or am I the show?
I
You're
don't
probably
know.
the show.
boy,
I'm
you're
just the boy.
oi, or the boy in the oi.
Boy.
This
The
is
boy.
this is devolving so quickly.
Yeah.
All right, so you said
Okay.
Google Home. Our version of Google Home would be
Oh, a generator.
no.
Oh no.
Wrong answer.
No. There's more to that.
Oh, okay,
You can't ruin
go
it
ahead.
for
It's your
me.
turn to say it.
But what about the generator? Didn't we talk about that?
Yeah, so we would have to bring a generator of some sort, and since there's no like power or probably gasoline, it would have to be like a solar powered generator, so we could keep our entertainment sources charged and functional. That one's a little less fun and a little more practical, but
Yeah,
Right.
because Mike's also against Google Home or Siri or anything because you always think that the government
I
is
don't want the
watching.
government on the
Except
deserted
he
island to be.
films like a podcast.
Well, it's not the government. It's just Google taking the information. Government has nothing to do with it.
Google's
That's what
listening
you
to
think.
us.
Yeah, he's so
Who
against-
owns Google, Nick?
He also won't pay his bills online for the same reason.
Right.
Yeah, we're canceling show boys. You don't pay your bills online?
Some
You
of
write
them.
checks?
He's a pay.
I do.
He's
thought
a
you
paper
can't-
guy.
I pay. Okay, so the ones I am able to pay like via apps and stuff, I will. But ones that some of them are not able to do that. So I mail checks in because I'm a boomer.
You are a boomer.
Hey, I gotta keep the post office alive. Someone needs to buy stamps.
It's Mike. That's the one they're selling them to.
And the like
As he gets his
75-year-old
$9 tea.
ladies that are in line with me to get the stamps.
He's got his $9 tea, buying stamps.
Yep.
There's a new post office over there in Washington Square too. Do you go to that
I'm
one?
telling you,
Yeah, there is.
they have everything.
Yeah.
Mike's a post office connoisseur.
Yeah. I was real sad when they shut the one down on Cleveland Avenue.
We
by
literally have
Kmart.
one right outside of our neighborhood too. Directly, like you could walk
Right
there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
if they don't sell stamps there, it's just like
Yes,
They
do.
don't?
Yes, they do, Mike.
have you ever been there?
I just talked to someone who said that they have. No, because I'm okay with paying bills online. Anyways.
So what's your next? Whoa, jeez.
All the dust. It's all the dust.
Did you almost fall off the bench, knock over the plant?
I did.
Maybe.
What's your next one?
I think like art supplies.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yes, I do a lot. When I can.
Well, when you're on a desert island,
I'll have the time.
you'll have time
Yeah.
to sit there on the beach and just
Paint.
watercolor.
Yeah, watercolor
Well,
would be my choice.
I just need the water one with the paintbrush. It's just the water, whatever that's called. The one in the living room.
Oh, the Buddha board.
Yeah, the Buddha board. You just take water and you write on this board, and then it dries and it disappears.
Oh, that's cool.
So it's just a
It's
temporary
kind of like
painting.
a therapeutic thing. Like
Yeah.
you can just like.
It's very non-committal art.
It disappears.
Nice. So, do you dabble in the arts, Nick, too, or is this more of an Eryn thing?
I would say I dabble in the arts, but it's definitely an Eryn thing.
Yeah.
I want the Buddha board. That's really what I would want in our supply kit.
Nice.
Good choice. Good choice.
Um,
Oh, I guess our next one would be a creative outlet for me too. I want my tools to be there.
Yeah.
Gotta build some stuff. I mean, gonna
Mike's
be there
not
long
building
enough. I'm gonna have to redesign the whole island. Hence the plants. I like to take over the environment. So, and Mike has to learn something while he has all that time off.
Yeah, I wasn't allowed to take my guitar because apparently I annoy her when I play my guitar.
Oh.
I don't know what that says about my guitar
It's
playing.
because no, because I'll be trying to have a conversation with him, and he's just like, "Yeah." As I'm saying like serious stuff, pouring my heart out, and he's like,
He's not.
Yeah.
or he follows me around with it.
I'm really good at playing like background music.
Yeah, touche.
Yeah.
Background. Yeah, you have your own background music to narrate your life.
Yeah,
Becca.
exactly. That actually sounds pretty awesome.
But it's not asked for.
Unsolicited background music to life. But yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah, you
what's
bring some
this
tools.
would be what your guys' last one? Are we already at 5?
Think so.
All right.
I think
What
you need to
you
go to the
got?
last one.
Better be a good
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah, good one.
Yeah. So this will just a chess set.
Ah,
Did you just recently learn how to play, Eryn?
I did. I've played one game. No, I played two. 2 games.
Yes, 2 games.
is it like Monopoly? Like it never ends and takes forever?
Oh no, it definitely ends.
It ends.
But it's very repeatable. So like keeps the mind sharp. It's fun. It's challenging.
I didn't think I'd like it. I didn't think I was going to like it, but I do. I do like it.
I feel like in your guys' relationship, you guys give a lot to each other. Like you take on a lot of his hobbies, like with the Legos and stuff like that, and you're interested in her hobbies. I like that.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
I feel like it's
Yes,
a
that
lot.
is true.
Yeah, we do that a lot. I mean, you go to Home Goods with me.
Yeah.
She taught me how to use like an Illustrator and Photoshop
Yeah.
just recently.
He has been going to town with that.
Have
Yeah.
you?
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Yeah. You've been doing it. You're very easy to teach. Am I easy
Thanks.
to teach?
Yeah, you basically played a full game of chess with me. One first try.
You guys are set for life.
I was
I'm
like,
a good
check.
listener.
Yes.
I'm a good listener.
You follow instructions and you did ask good questions.
Thanks. Mom would be
Oh, I
so
like that.
proud.
Your mom would be so proud. Hopefully she's watching.
I don't think so.
Hey, Mom.
Hey, Mom.
Mom.
Speaking of
Hey, Dad.
moms, Nick, your mom's going to be sad that we aren't posting videos to Facebook. Everything that gets posted to Facebook, Karen
She
Richards,
loves
like,
it. She's awesome.
She
Yeah.
does that with she follows my work and on social media, so she follows Fannie Mae and she literally likes every Fannie Mae post
She's our biggest fan
That's
I
awesome.
love that.
Yeah.
on Facebook.
on Facebook. Not Instagram.
My mom hands out my business cards to random people, so I have like a very wide spread of followers as far as like age category.
Yeah, her demographics are all over the place.
My
And
mom
my
follows
mom-
you. She talks about you all the time. She's like, you should do what Becca did. Okay, Mom.
You're right on that.
It's all right. When we worked at the office, I would find out about things happening to our home through Nick because of
Thanks,
your
Nick.
Instagram.
My bad. I'd be like,
"Oh,
Mike,
hey, what? When did you guys do this?" And I'm like, "Do what?" And he's like, "This." And I'm like, "I have no idea." And then I would come home and it would be in progress or something.
Mike, I like what you guys did with that wall. What wall?
Yeah, yeah, it's pretty great.
It used to be bad with like furniture, like in her house. He came home one time. He's like, "Where's the dining room table? Where's the coffee table?" I just went on a frenzy one week. I just like change.
Are we
I like
moving?
you. I just like changing the environment. I'll keep you if I can get rid of everything else. The balance.
There would be times where I would ask Mike something and I would realize he didn't know what I was talking about. So I was like, never mind. find out.
Thanks, Nick.
Yeah. Sadly, that happens to more than just things about our home. Me not knowing what people are talking about is pretty often occurrence.
We're working on it. We
Yes.
have a shared calendar. We're working on it.
Yep.
That's a good start.
Baby steps.
But what's our last one?
Oh, it's our good one. It's like our
It's our version of Google Home, I would say.
yes. This is our what's it called? Your wild card. I guess you would say.
The ace up our sleeve.
Yes, we are going to bring my dad.
Wow.
And if anyone follows Bekah's Instagram, you'll understand that reference.
Dad plays a big part in everything. Projects. So if I bring all my tools, I'm gonna need an extra set of hands because
I don't know how to use tools.
we're working on it. Dad's working on getting Mike to turn into a man. He's a real boy right now.
Your dad like hands me a hammer. It's like, here you go.
Yeah.
Be some button.
Just think though, Dad's deserted on an island with us. Think about how much stuff will get done.
That's true.
Because he's there or distracted.
Yeah. Plus, he has guns, and we could use them to hunt.
It's true. So
That
he's
is a good one.
secret weapon.
Yeah.
That is a good one.
Yeah. So there we
We're not bringing our kids, but we're bringing my dad.
Yeah.
Well, this is
And your mom's like, so I'm just left with the kids.
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
by herself.
She would
Come
love
on,
it though.
Dad. It's time to go, Trent.
Yeah.
Get on the boat.
All that hard work that you did touching up the door.
I know. I just painted our door this week because our dog scratches at it because he has
Yeah,
anxiety.
I don't know if you can hear it, but
this whole
every
episode.
every 5 minutes he's just like scratching at the door because we're both down here.
I'm just so. I'm gonna go up there. All the paint's gonna go out the door. Oh, well.
Yep.
Okay.
But yeah, so
Put like a
those-
metal sheet at the bottom of the door.
but that would look ugly, Nick.
Oh, see?
Even
Look.
though it's practical and has
flirty.
like a logical use that makes 100% sense.
I bet there's some
That's
cool metal material out there that looks really good with the decor.
That's his thing with me. Like he doesn't care what I do pretty much in our house. He just doesn't understand when things don't make sense.
Yeah.
Like the salt
Let's
and
have
pepper
like
shaker.
45 pillows, but you can't use a single one of them.
Or maybe the plants that are around the
Yeah.
bed.
That's what you did today when I came home with the tea towel.
Yeah. I'm like, what's a tea towel?
Oh, those are practical. Everyone needs a
They're,
towel
like,
for different
Pretty
seasons.
towels. Yeah.
Can I
but don't
wipe my
use it.
hands on them?
Nope.
It's just water. They're clean hands.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, some things I'm getting better at it though. Oh, okay. Things have to make
Yes.
sense. Why do we own so many little dolls on shelves?
To let the people know that I love
And
pop
around
culture.
this corner, he has boxes of them, but he doesn't.
There's a
have
bunch
any
that aren't
shelves.
on the shelf yet.
But if Dad came on the island, he'd be able to build.
You
like,
need
some
more
shelves.
shelves.
Well, I
That's why
have
Dad
I have
has
something
them.
in the works, but I don't know how to do it. So I need Dad.
I need dad.
But yeah, that's those are the
That's
5
it.
things that we would each take as a couple to our own respective deserted islands. If you're out there listening, you can let us know what 5 things you and your significant other would take to a deserted island. We'd love to know. But yeah, Nick, I know we were talking that there was actually one more thing that we would need to figure out on this deserted island.
I forgot what that was.
He just
Always
loves
ruining my segues.
it.
What
You
was that?
literally thought of it was your idea.
Like a
Hmm.
podcasting stuff.
Yeah, it was like what show would you want if you could only watch one show
Oh.
or something like that on a deserted island?
Oh, that idea.
Yeah, that one. You
Yeah, so I
we're
guess-
the hosts of a podcast called Showboys.
Yeah, I thought we were going to use that on Showboys.
Oh yeah, I guess there was a little bit of miscommunication there.
But how'd that go?
He's, like,
If
looking at his
there
old
was
chest.
only one show,
Yeah. One show, one season, or one show. Yeah, that's what it was. If there's only one
Literally
show
on it right now.
that
Yeah.
you could take onto the island, that's the only show.
Mhm.
you could watch.
For both of us?
No, we each get one. So 4 shows.
Oh my god.
So you have to live with the other one's show.
Oh,
So keep that in mind
something
in
that
case you
could
want to
watch
annoy
over and
Mike.
over, too.
I would pick, for Becca's sake,
Oh,
a show like What We Do in the Shadows or like Parks and Rec
you wouldn't pick like Letterkenny?
or Letterkenny.
Or whatever.
A show like that, one of those 3, I would say. Probably Probably Letterkenny.
That's nice of you to think of me, but I wouldn't think of you. I was like, I'm gonna bring The Office. There's 9 seasons that'll keep me.
I could live with out of
Okay, 'cause
everything you watch. I could definitely live with The Office.
But you like that new show I watched, Made?
I want to watch that.
You even need to watch it. It's good.
Is it good?
Yeah,
I
if you
remember you
want
saying
to slip into a deep depression.
It has a beautiful message.
I'm gonna watch it.
Good.
And that's saying something coming from me who
Who
loves
watches
to watch dark
shows.
and disturbing things.
Yeah. This show sounds bad.
Yeah. I mean, it
cute.
actually has
It's
some
good.
really cool aspects to it.
It's on my next list.
Yeah, yeah.
But it's not my show I would take would be Friends because
Oh,
I can watch any episode anytime. And you've watched that too. You've
Yeah.
laughed at it.
Yeah. I like to stop and watch it for like 10 minutes, like walking through the living room.
I
It's a
mean,
good
I
show
just
to be
like
on.
I laugh at that show.
Yeah,
I
you do.
laugh.
Yeah, you just randomly laugh
Yeah.
throughout the house.
Yeah. That show I laugh at.
I do love Friends.
It's so good. What would yours be?
I don't know.
You don't know?
It was literally his idea.
Well, yeah, it's a good idea. Doesn't mean I have an answer to it.
Too much pressure.
Or movie? Can it be a movie?
No, it's gotta be a show.
It's gotta be a show.
Yep.
A show with lots of seasons.
What show? Not necessarily.
Not necessarily.
No.
It's something with
Um.
high rewatch value.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Definitely.
While
Hmm.
you're thinking, if I had to pick one, not considering Bekah, I would probably pick like Mr. Robot.
Mm. Yeah. That's a good one.
Though you did watch Mr. Robot with me almost all the way.
Yeah, it was too dark and I don't know. You're just sad.
Well, I think I only saw a few episodes of Mr. Robot.
Yeah. Is that one of those ones where you're like, oh, I wish I would have watched this. It would have been good.
Maybe. I don't know. That happens a lot.
Yeah. I'm like, see, should have watched it.
That's how I was with Letterkenny at first.
If I don't get like hooked, we did that with Schitt's Creek. Like we
watched that
started to
when it
watch
first went on Netflix like years ago.
and I was like, nah, I don't want to watch this.
yeah.
And
It-
now I love watching
And then
it.
3 years later, everyone was like, it's the greatest show ever. And we're like, dang it. Could have been so early.
I know. We were
I did that
not-
with Community.
Yeah.
I started.
Yeah,
that.
it took us.
You like
Oh,
that
a while for
one.
Community.
That's a
You like that one.
Community's a good pick. But I would just have to go with True Detective season 1
Oh, that was a
Yeah,
good show.
that was a good one.
That was a good one.
just to keep my like mind leveled and like unleveledness.
Is that the one with Matthew McConaughey?
Yes.
Yeah.
That is a good one.
I learned the most valuable lesson ever from that show.
You should watch Grey's Anatomy. To keep up with that. Something goes wrong either of us.
All right. Well, thank you guys for coming on the show. But yeah, no, really, thank you guys for coming on the show.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
It was a lot of fun to get to learn a little more about your relationship because even though we're pretty good friends, I don't think we've actually ever talked about that. And that's something that Bekah always like. Every time I hang out with someone,
You don't find anything out about them.
yeah, she's like, so what's their life story? And I'm like, I don't know. And she's like, you didn't talk about that? And I'm like, no.
Aaron does a similar thing to me.
Yeah.
Just like I don't know. But it was cool to finally dive into that with you guys. And of course it was fun going over the topic.
Yeah.
Thanks. And to our listeners and viewers, thank you guys for tuning in. If you're catching the live stream right now, thank you. Please consider subscribing to our YouTube channel, Couple Conversations Podcast. You can follow us on Instagram, and right now we only have audio versions of the podcast on Anchor and Spotify. But over the coming weeks and months, the platforms will be available on will grow. Having an issue with Apple which
Yeah,
I hate Apple.
He doesn't know the password.
No. Okay. You want to hear the issue? We're going to get into it.
Oh my gosh.
From what I remember with Showboys, it just automatically, over time, though Apple took the longest, got added to Apple. So I went to expedite the process, in which I would just log into our Apple ID and copy the RSS feed, paste it into Anchor. So I go to do that,
No
and
one asked for
Apple's like,
this.
you got to log in first. And I was like, okay. So I logged in, and then it's like, okay, thanks for logging in, but you need to set up a payment method. And I was like, okay. So I go to do that, and they're like, error. And I'm like, what do you mean? So I like logged out, logged back in. It's like, okay, you need to set up a payment method. And I was like, okay. So I go to store, and it's like error. And I'm like, I'm
Do you
trying
just
to
wish-
do what you want me to do.
Do you just wish it would have a prompt and just say mail us a check?
Yes, this is why I don't trust paying for things on the internet, because I can't give you my card information. I'm trying to give you what you want, Apple.
You know, he's just gonna like drive down there and give him the check in person.
I don't
Doesn't
even
trust
have
the
to-
mail carriers either.
I don't even have to pay anything. It just needs a card number to like set up the Apple store thing. But anyways, eventually we'll be on all of the podcasting platforms. But yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for coming on. Let us know in the comments what you would bring with you to a deserted island. And don't forget to like, comment, rate, subscribe, all that stuff. You can find all of our links at linktr.ee/couple conversations podcast. But yeah, we'll see you in a couple weeks. Have a wonderful night.